Welcome back to the Cutty and Richie show. Here we are with Richie. Richie just came back from a little vacation. Where were you, Richie?
Went to South Carolina.
Was the weather bad? You're not tan.
It was hot. No, I'm
Did you sit in the
I'm
sun?
handsome. That's what it
You're
is.
handsome. Did you sit in the sun?
No, I don't sit in the sun. We walked around. We just,
Where were in South Carolina?
Charleston.
Was it nice? I've never been
It
to
was
Charleston.
beautiful, and I actually saw some people that you know. One of the guys, I forget. I'm not going to say his name, but he was on. All the guys I go out to dinner with every now and then.
Yeah.
One of them was on the plane, and they went for the same weekend. What a great spot!
Wow. Is it hotter than Florida?
It was probably 7 degrees lighter.
7 degrees. Well, that's pretty precise.
Yeah. Well, because I checked.
You checked. All right, folks, let me tell you what's going on here. This is the Cutty and Richie show. This is our 9th episode, Richie. Last week, we take our show, we cut it up into 15 60-second reels. It goes on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, and Apple. Hit the subscribe button or the follow button. But let me tell you, last week, one of our reels had 107,000 views as of walking in here today.
Wow.
107,000 views. You know, CNN gets 200,000 people a day.
Really?
That's it. And we had 107,000 views. So if you take all 15 of our reels across all platforms, we're almost at 1 million views on our reels this week. You are so this is like my 225th or 230th podcast, because I've been doing it for 2 years. Richie's been doing it for 2 weeks now.
This is my 9th.
No, and he's cocky as hell. I don't even
I'm not cocky.
No, you are cocky about it. You're cocky.
I'm comfortable. I like talking, as they say.
So I want to go over this reel again. I want to expand on the reel that did 10,000 views. So the reel goes like this. My buddies up in the Hamptons set me up with this, in the wintertime, set me up with this very fancy lady down here in Palm Beach. She lives here in the winter. I hope you're not watching the show, by the way. Her name was Gina. I'm outing you out, Gina.
Yeah.
Right?
I can see the lawyers writing the letter right
the
now.
lawyers are writing the letter. Anyway, it was at Buchan, which you go to.
Yeah.
Buchan in Palm Beach. That's where she said to meet. I had never been there before, so I went in advance. I gave the maitre d' manager $100. I said, "Look, I need a nice table, whatever. I don't know where this thing is going. I'm dressed like I'm always dressed. I used to wear a suit and tie every day to work. Once I came down to Florida, I don't do that anymore.
Right.
So I'm wearing my jeans. I'm wearing a T-shirt, and I probably didn't shave for 2 days. I was into that grub look, to hide the double chin kind of thing, right? So anyway, she comes in, takes one look at me, and goes, "Ugh, I'm not interested in this guy whatsoever." She sits down on the stool, says my name, Dave. I said, "Yeah." She sits down I'm at the bar, sits down at the stool, and she's all hyped up, and she has so many labels on her. She has Chanel this, and Gucci that, and Louis Vuitton this, and Birkin bag that. She takes one look at me, and she says, "This is never going to work." And I, quickly, we had one drink, and then I said to her, "Look, I can obviously see you don't like me. We're never going to date again. Why don't we just have a drink, maybe have some food, and that's it. Let's just enjoy it."
Yeah.
I could see the air being let out of her. It was like a relief. Like the pressure was off.
She had gas.
The pressure was off. It was a non-date. It was a date that became a non-date.
Yeah.
So we had drinks. We sat down. The maitre d' came over. "You want your table, Mr. C?" She's like, "Why do you have a table here? You've never been here before." So we sit down. We have a nice meal. And I kiss her on the cheek. It's not even like a kiss on the lips or anything.
Yeah.
Kiss her on the cheek, and that's it. We're done. I walk outside with her. I take her valet ticket, similar to what you do.
Yep.
And I paid for her valet and a flashy range. And my car is up the block. I have a driver, and at the time I was driving a 4-door Rolls Royce with a driver because at night I drink. So he's up the block. I don't want him out front,
Right.
whenever I come out of a restaurant.
Yeah.
So her Range Rover whips around, And, she pops in it. I pay the valet, and off she goes. We're never to see each other again. Well, she forgot her glasses in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So she swings back around to get her glasses and sees my driver holding the door for me in this fancy car.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem, by the way.
Yeah. She jumps out of her car, and goes, "Oh, I didn't know you had a car like that." All of a sudden, so there's a chapter in my book. Left foot, right foot, survival guide for business and life. Never judge a book by its cover.
Right.
She wrote me off because I wasn't dressed fancy like her. I was no good. And now she liked me because she saw the car. Anyway, I never had a date with her again. Anyway, it's interesting. You don't have to comment on this, Richie.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Anyway, our first subject that I want to talk about today, which is an interesting subject, and my form to develop ideas for this show is basically done at the gym on the treadmill with all the people around, and we try and create some ideas. So
when you're doing that, are you looking at another girl's tush?
Of course.
Okay, just
there's a lot of tuchus up there, and you look at
took us a long time to get there.
Yeah, it took us a long time to get there. No, but the subject is what is the definition of cheating? I mean, there are so many forms of cheating. Now, obviously, intercourse, meeting somebody and having intercourse is cheating. But let's say I'm going to throw a scenario out to you. Let's say you're married 30 years, 25 years, and your wife says, "Honey, I want to take a girls' trip to Cabo, Mexico." She goes down there with 3 girls. Mm-hmm. It's a girls' trip, and they're having fun. They're on the beach during the day. Now at night, they're going out. They get a little blasted. They drink a lot at the nightclub, at the resort, and they're dancing with a lot of cool, groovy guys like you are, Richie. Are you a good dancer?
I don't know.
What do you think?
I never had a complaint.
I
was a drummer, so I have a beat, but my kids always make fun of me and say, "Yeah, you can't dance."
Oh, well, if you have a drummer, you do have a beat.
Yeah.
But they say if you can dance, you're good at sex.
I told you that.
You told me that?
That was at the podcast.
But
how's your memory?
I think it's bad. But I think what we need to do is have somebody come in here, a girl. And I need you to kiss her because you claim and your brother claims you guys are great kissers. I want to know from her if, in fact, you are a great kisser. No, I'm not going to
do that.
Why? Okay. We don't have to discuss that. So this is the question. This is why I asked you that question just now. They're dancing and they're having fun and they're pairing up with guys dancing and having a lot of fun on the dance floor. At the end of the night, a guy kisses the guy's wife for 22 seconds with a little tongue. Is that cheating on her husband?
And I'm going to answer that really easily.
What?
Absolutely it is.
They're not having sex. It's
matter.
One kiss, Richie.
They're
drunk.
First of all,
they had fun. They danced all night.
First of all, why they are going to Cabo without and being like that is inappropriate to begin with, okay?
You're really stiff.
Well, it's like you're either in one.
You mean when you were married, your wife never took a girls' trip?
Nope.
Really?
No.
Wow, that's shocking. Every marriage that I've had, and there's been quite a number of them, they've all taken girls' trips after the baby was born.
I don't blame them.
After the baby was born, for whatever reason, girls' trip.
I got to get the hell out of here.
All right, I'm going to take it one further.
Go ahead.
More removed. Let's say they don't kiss, but there's aggressive, dirty dancing.
First of all, that's inappropriate. I would not. You always have to reverse it. Would they like it if you did that? Would they like it? You know what I mean? It's about respect.
Okay, but it's the third hour of dancing. You're sweating. You're drinking, and it's a close dance, and you're moving all around the place. You're telling me
they shouldn't be dancing with other people. I'm just saying that's
what are you going to dance with? The girls? The girls are going to dance?
The girls dance together. They talk. They drink. They get away. They kibitz. They go through their life. They hate their husband. They love their husband. They hate their this. They hate that. They just go through life. That's, to me, is a girls' trip. What guys go golfing or whatever. Sure, I'm not saying everybody's appropriate, but it is inappropriate.
All right, so we're going to move on to another ask you, is it cheating? How about at the gym? I'm working out next to a girl, probably 2-3 days a week. and there's some flirtation, there's kind of sexy talk, is that cheating?
You know, it's always easy to.
She's married.
Yes,
you know,
it's you're putting yourself in a position to make a mistake. Okay,
it's only at the gym.
I don't care if it's only at Starbucks. It's like you don't. Why put you in a position to be disrespectful to somebody that you love? I'm not saying everyone's perfect. I'm not saying, oh, I'm higher than, whatever. It's just like, I just don't think that a woman should disrespect a man that way or vice versa, whether you're going out or you're married or whatever.
All right, I'll give you another
It
one.
alludes to a lot of problems. I mean,
So after I work out, I go, it's on the weekends, I go in to get a smoothie in the cafe.
mm-hmm.
The very attractive young girl at the counter that takes my smoothie order, I would say she's mid-30s, considerably younger than me, probably the same age as my sweater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
in your cavities.
yeah, my cavities.
Yeah.
And she eye fucks me every time I'm in there.
Okay.
Is that flirting? Do you know what eye fucking means?
Yeah, she's looking at you up and down. She wants you.
And right in your eyes. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
that
that's not
direct,
flirting, 'cause
that's
you're not
direct
doing
eye
anything.
contact.
No, I don't think you're not doing anything inappropriate. Look, I go out, I see women look at me, and, I glance at
Well, I
women.
never see women look at me.
Yeah, what?
I never see women look at
No.
me.
Yes, they do. No, it's like, to me, it's just, it's just when you take it the next step or you do something else.
All right, give me an example of the next step.
What
would be
how
the-
you doing?
Okay.
You don't.
All right, I'm going to take
A
it.
woman, you see okay. Let me hit this for a second. You're at the
I'm very
gym, and
excited
I've been
about
at
this.
the gym. I'm sorry to take over your pressure. Your time.
take it.
No, but I'm at the gym, and I'm at the gym, 3 days a week, and and I see
Really, you have a body like that only 3 days a week?
guns.
Look at that.
So and I see the married women. They're always looking down, or they don't make eye contact,
Or they're wearing a wedding.
they're wearing a ring or whatever, but you can always tell a woman who's committed in a relationship, whether they have a ring or not, they don't make the eye contact. They won't let that go any further. But you can always see the women who are not married. They're looking around. They got a little smile on their face. They get a little extra little wiggle in their walk. And, they're engaging. It's like when you go to a restaurant and 3 girls are there. 2 are like into the conversation. One's looking around. That one's single. That one doesn't have a boyfriend. The other ones haven't been married or they have a boyfriend. And if the one has a boyfriend that's looking around and she has a boyfriend, I wouldn't want her anyway because she's a flirt. She's going to do it to you.
All right, so let's say I go in the Gallagher's and there's 2 married women there.
Okay.
And you and I are there.
Yeah.
We buy them a drink. We're at the bar. You and I are having fun. And
They start engaging with us. in
they're
simple
engaging.
conversation.
They start engaging.
Simple conversation, yeah.
They start engaging with me, not you, because
Yeah.
you're too attractive.
Yeah.
Me, they figure I'm harmless, right? So they start engaging with me.
They haven't seen your car and your driver.
Right.
Yeah.
So I say, let me buy these 2 girls a drink.
Okay.
If they accept that drink, they're married. Is that on the way to cheating? Is that inappropriate for a married woman to accept a free drink from 2 single guys?
I think if they didn't know it was coming.
No, we say, can we buy you a drink? They said, sure. Now, they came up in their Mercedes. They live in a $3 or $5 million house.
Well,
they
if
can afford their own
If
drink.
they said sure, then they're being inappropriate. I don't think if I have a girlfriend or I have I'm married, number one, I'm not buying anybody a drink.
You're single. Let's say you're single. I'm not saying you are single. I'm saying, let's say in this scenario, you are single, and these 2 girls are married.
if I am,
Hypothetic, yeah. Okay. Hypothetically, you and me, hypothetically, are single in this scenario, and these 2 girls, very attractive, large chests, curvy, nice, sitting next to us. They're married. They're wearing wedding rings, and we say to them, we're giggling, laughing, we're humorous.
Which is normal. People
Normal.
banter.
And
Yeah.
they kind of like the fact that we have good energy, and they start talking to us, and you say, can I buy you a drink? They accept. Is that considered on the way to cheating? They're married. Why are they taking a drink from you?
I think it's validation for them. they're out there getting all dressed up. They want to see if they still have it, maybe a little bit. And that's a little bit of a test, or that they test themselves. I think, people want to be validated. They need validation. I think it's inappropriate.
All right, I'm going to take it one step further.
Go for it.
Let's assume now we spend 3 hours there. We have dinner.
We're 4 drinks in.
We're 4 drinks in. They have dinner. We have dinner.
Yeah.
And she's telling you she has a girlfriend.
Yep.
And she says, Richie, you're really funny. You're very, very attractive. Can I get your phone number to give to my girlfriend? Do you think you should be giving your phone number to a married woman? Oh, you're stumped.
That's a tough one. If I'm single and
do you believe her? Maybe she doesn't.
If she shows me a picture and
nothing. Maybe she doesn't intend to give it to a girlfriend. She wants it for herself.
Yeah, I mean, I would say sure, take my number. But I said, for your girlfriend, and send it to her. I mean, but that's a tough one. If I was single and I did that and I wasn't married or whatever, that's I probably want to see the girl. I want a picture.
All right. So let's say there is a married woman that you're friendly with at the gym. And
which I have some.
You have some married women that you're friendly with at the gym. And, it's the end of the season down here in Florida. Everybody's going up north for the summer.
Yep.
And she says, hey, Richie, how about having lunch with me, before you go away? We had a nice season. Let's catch up one last time at lunch. Would that be considered cheating by her husband? Because she's married, you're single in this scenario.
I believe so.
That's it. She
shouldn't do that. It's funny. I was at the gym.
Watch the finger.
Yeah. Oedipus complex. I used to do that to my father. Anyway, it's funny because I have this woman, very nice woman actually, and we're talking, older Italian. She's and she has we were talking, and I think even her son was going to get employed by somebody I knew, possibly. Anyway, and she said, oh, my husband wants to meet you. I tell her, I go, is he going to beat me up?
That's funny.
She says, no, don't worry about it. So, right away I thought that, I don't want him to feel that I'm being inappropriate with you.
All right. So my last question is, what's the definition of how hard you hug a woman before it's considered cheating? There's a hug, and then there's an embrace, where you really give a woman, a big giant hug, a kiss on the neck on the way out.
Well, that's kind of inappropriate.
That's cheating.
Yeah, of course it is.
How about if the girl's like this girl, she's a friend of yours?
I'd give her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, have a happy holiday or something.
Yeah.
Nothing inappropriate.
Nothing inappropriate. Right. Okay.
Where do you draw the line, David?
That's why we're podcast superstars.
Yeah.
We're bringing the subject to the forefront.
Well, I think what's good for one is good for the other. I think that how would I want to be treated out there? How would I want to be represented out there? I mean, do I think a woman could kiss somebody? I mean, you want to go through that one?
Which one?
If a woman should, at the end of the night, kiss somebody?
Yeah.
I mean, no, would I want her to do that to me? Absolutely not. That's grounds for...
What's the scenario again? Are they married or are they...
Whether it doesn't matter. If you're with somebody, you're in a relationship, at the end of the night, if they kiss somebody, that's not okay. I know that they wouldn't want me to kiss anybody. Why would I want them to kiss? Whether they're drunk or not, they put themselves in a bad position, and it shouldn't have happened, and that's not okay. That just shows that's what's going to happen more if you keep staying together.
Well, I think it's a great subject because I think there's a lot of fights in relationships over, the flirtations and
they
whether...
should just have an upside-down pineapple.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a flirtation level of cheating, whether... I had a situation with a girl where I'm at a bar, and the girl on the other side of the bar kept staring at me. And the girl I'm with got all upset, and she's like... so mad she wants to storm out of the restaurant. I said, what can I do? I mean, that girl's staring at me. It has nothing. I didn't create the situation. She's staring at me. Well, it turns out the girl I was with stormed out of the restaurant. So now I'm there by myself. I go around to the girl. I said, I can't help but notice that you're staring at me, and my date just left. And she said, I think I recognize you. Are you so-and-so? But she couldn't quite clearly make me out to see if it was me.
Right.
And that's why she was staring at me. Not because she thought I was, a good-looking guy or anything. She just was trying to place me. She kind of sort of thought she knew me. So, I mean, that's another situation where you just don't know what to do. I mean, these awkward moments.
Right, but you still, the woman that's with you or vice versa, the guy, I think that they should have enough confidence in you that you're going to be appropriate.
All right, so you're talking to your ex-wife on the phone.
Yep.
And let's say you're dating somebody now.
Which never happens, by the way.
Okay. What happens to me? All three of them I talk to. Let's say, I'm talking to the ex-wife on the phone and we're having a good banter back and forth. Your girl that you're dating overhears that. Would she consider that cheating? Now, you've already had sex with her. She was your wife. She knows that.
Yeah, I don't think so. To me, to have a good relationship with your wife because of the kids,
yeah,
your ex-wife is just benefits the kids, I think, at this point in life.
All right. So this is a great subject that we want to talk about, pillow talk. So what's pillow talk? So let's say something happens, and let me try and clearly flush this out. You know something about your girlfriend, your wife's girlfriend, and you swear her on a stack of Bibles she's not going to say anything to the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you're doing it under the code language of you're a couple, and she's not going to violate that trust. What do you think if she goes to the girlfriend and says, I heard, my boyfriend or husband told me that they saw your husband out in Fort Lauderdale with another woman. Let's say the scenario is you see, I found out that her husband is out with some guy in Fort Lauderdale, and I tell my wife that situation, and she swears on a stack of Bibles that she's not going to divulge it to her girlfriend, and she does. What do you do? That's a big fight.
What's a big fight?
And I think in relationships, there's a lot of scenarios like that. Pillow talk.
A ton. Pillow
and
talk.
Can you trust your significant other with those secrets?
If your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or your boyfriend ends up saying things to somebody else that they promised they wouldn't or they didn't because you guys had a fight or whatever, it's a very tenuous situation. It's not healthy. It just causes a lot of damage in everyone's relationship.
All right, so let's say
bad.
Let's say under this scenario, it's reverse, and your wife or your significant other says to you that your best friend's wife is cheating on him. Would you tell your best friend, I have reliable information that Sally is hooking up with the mailman? Would you go to your best friend and tell him that, or just ignore the situation?
Couldn't be the FedEx driver?
FedEx driver.
Right.
Back in the day, it was the milkman, right?
Absolutely.
Would?
If it's my best friend?
All right. Let's say it's in the top five. Top five.
God. Yeah.
You're going to tell him.
I am.
Now, you do understand, she's going to deny it. They're going to maybe break up or have a big fight. They're going to get back together, and you're never going to talk to this guy again. He's going to hate you, or she's going to hate you.
I just think that
it's like Susie in Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know how she rips Jeff. Do you ever see the episode where they're talking about getting divorced?
Yeah.
And Jeff says to Susie in Curb Your Enthusiasm, we're going to have a nice divorce. Split it right down the middle, 50-50. You get your half, I get mine. And Susie says to him, I'm going to thumbtack your balls to the wall. If you think it's going to be a nice divorce, you're dreaming.
Yeah, it's a bad position to be in. I got to tell you, I wouldn't want to have to be in that position. Although it's happened in life before, and
so this is the essence of
your opinion on if they say something to you. What do you think? And you say your opinion. You know what you should do, but to actually, I've never had to tell somebody I know somebody's cheating on me.
I have.
Really?
Multiple times.
Really?
And I divulged it once, and the rest of the time it was a bad, horrible situation.
Really?
And I ended up losing a friend over it. And
to this day still?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it happened like 2 or 3 other times, and I never said a word. I just mind my own business. My business is minding my own business.
I mean, in reality, usually the truth comes out anyway. So, I mean, I don't know.
So the gist of the conversation is, let's assume your significant other or your wife is, quote, supposed to be your best friend, right?
Right.
And your trusting partner.
Right.
Right? Are you willing to pillow talk with her or just hold it in? I mean, a secret's only a secret if you're the only one that knows.
True.
I mean, the minute you divulge whatever that information is, 2 people know. So, and the ramifications of that getting out, you're going to lose a friend over it. So, that being the underlying statement, would you ignore it or tell her? If it's damaging goods. You're very thoughtful today, Richie.
Yeah, I don't.
Are you on a gummy or something?
No, but yeah,
You're giggling. No, I don't have any.
Yeah.
They are legal in the state of Florida.
It's a tough question, I got to tell you. I mean, it's not an easy thing to answer. I mean, good friends, or do you, it's going to cause a rift either way.
So why get involved?
I see your point. I mean, I'm not going to say
Ain't
no.
my issue.
Huh?
Ain't my issue.
No, I mean, it depends, like you say, top 5. Depends on the friendship. It depends on the person. It's like that same woman is the one going to Cabo and dancing and kissing people at the end of the night who's married. So it's not something that would be unexpected.
I had a situation, and I'll make it very bland. I was involved in this intense litigation. And every day I'm telling my best friend, who I talk to 3-4 times a day, on the phone about my strategy. What was the litigation and my strategy to defend myself? Somebody was suing me, okay, which seems to be the case all the time. Okay, so he would tell his wife, the whole story. Oh, David's this. He's getting sued. This is his strategy. His wife knew the person that was suing me and called that person on the phone and told her my strategy. And every time my lawyers kept trying to make a strategic move, they were one step ahead of me.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. It took me a year to figure it out. And the way I figured it out was I put up some false scenarios, fake scenarios.
Yeah.
Like I told this guy, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And they immediately defended against it. Hey, it's just not a hat rack over here, you know? And
did the guy know when he was telling the wife she was telling?
No, he had no idea.
So it really wasn't he.
And him and I don't talk to this day.
Because you hold that against him.
No, I would talk to him. He does, his...
You probably laid him out.
No, I didn't. His wife won't let him talk to me.
Because she got caught.
Yeah, she got busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I think it's on the wife. I mean, look at who wouldn't tell pillow talk to somebody that they've been partners with for life, and kind of normal.
But there are guys that are really gossips, and there's girls that are really gossips. If I'm in a relationship with a girl that I know is a really big gossip and loves the gossip and the juice, I'm not telling her stuff.
Right.
Are you?
No.
Because it's just she
I've learned
can't
my
control
lesson.
herself.
And I've learned my lesson now in so many different scenarios. Like, and even like down here, it's like I'm not this whole single world
Boca babes.
yeah,
Boca
and
babes.
guys too. I mean, it's like it's not just the babes, but I mean, mostly the babes.
well-
But I mean, it's like everybody, their life becomes this pattern that's going on. This one's doing this one. It's not good for my nervous system.
Well, I live in Palm Beach up there. The girls shit vanilla ice cream. It's different. Just joking, folks.
Yeah. Well, you live here too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's a difficult, challenging thing because a lot of times when you have some juicy stuff about somebody,
It's
you're
hard.
dying to tell somebody.
I mean, you can't talk about the kids all day long. You work all day long. You want a little extra.
Right.
It's not unusual to do what he did, your friend.
Yeah.
What he did was
He
normal.
told his wife,
Yeah.
who he trusted,
Yeah.
and
That's why she won't let him talk to you because
not only doesn't she let him, so he unblocks his phone with my number. You know, somehow I get him a message to unblock your phone. Your phone's blocked. Like, she must check his phone literally every day and reblocks it. You know, and he's like me. He doesn't really know how to work a phone. If you told me my phone is blocked, I have to call my 19-year-old to ask him how to unblock it. I don't know.
I'm bad too.
Yeah, I call him all the time. Hey, I got this thing on my screen. What do I do? I have this over here. What do I do? Oh, why is my phone on? All right. So that's a subject that was, interesting because it segues into the cheating. I have a funny scenario. Over the weekend, I was at the Boca Resort. It's like a Larry David moment.
Yeah.
I'm at the Boca Resort and getting a $300 massage. That's how much the massages are there. It's just retarded, right?
That's crazy.
And
I'll do it for 200.
yeah, and you'll give me a happy ending, probably. Right?
Absolutely.
So I'm getting this $300, but as a member there, you get a 20% discount. So for me, it only cost me $240.
Oh, muzzle.
Thank you. So I'm getting this massage, and the spa there at the Boca Resort is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you go up to the room, and you take your robe off, and you get on the table, and she starts on your back, and it's like a 60-minute massage. She does your whole back. She does your tuchus. She does your legs, your calves. Then she flips you over like a fried egg.
Yeah.
And she does your other side. So now you're 55 minutes in. Let's say 53 minutes in.
Yep.
The last 7 minutes, she sits at a chair, okay,
Yep.
at your head and does your, like the whole thing with your
head.
you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that? Like where they
Yeah, I like that actually.
Okay. But she's literally right on top of you when she's doing it. Well, my massage was unbelievable. Easily worth $240. But when she got to my head, she had the worst breath I've ever smelled in my life. And it ruined my massage. If I was Larry David, I would have said, honey, you got some bad breath going on here. I mean, like, it made my hair curl.
That's horrible.
Like, what do you
so
think?
funny.
It was so fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me, it was so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, she's right here breathing on me, and I'm telling you, like, oxygen, oxygen. I couldn't breathe. It was like a dragon breathing on me, and it was like I'm late, maybe I get a massage twice a year. I treat myself.
Yeah.
It's not like every Friday.
I don't get them I'd rather get a stretch zone or one of those things.
It's not like an every Friday thing. It's like a big treat for me.
Sure.
So I'm like, oh my God, I'm wondering, there's probably only 32 minutes left. There's probably only 27 minutes left. I'm enjoying this so much. She's working my inner thigh, getting closer, but not close enough, right? And I'm like, there's only 4 minutes left. And then she goes, all right, now I'm going to do your head. And then she lays that breath on me, and it was like
Ruined the whole
a deal killer.
Yeah, no, that would that's so funny. No.
What would you have done?
I would
I don't have any mints. I have no clothes on. I have no pockets. There's no mints. They're in my locker.
I think I would say that's enough. Like my head's good. I have a sore.
Well, I went like, You ever like try and close your...
That's you're killing me.
What? No,
That's
no.
funny. No, I would say it's good. In my head, I banged my head the other day, so I'm gonna pass on the head thing.
All right, so now
That's how I would handle it.
Now, the Boca Resort
Yep.
gives you like an extra something, like a couple bottles of like some oil or something if you leave a review.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Excellent massage. The last 6 minutes were really bad.
Yeah.
Like Larry David would easily write on the review, worst breath I've ever smelt in my life. She ruined my massage. What would you write on that review to get that free bottle of oil that they're going to give you?
Oh, that's a good. I think I'd be honest. I would say.
Would you?
I would say
she could lose her job over it.
Great massage. I do recommend that they either take a mint before they do it and or gargle with something because, it got a little uneasy at the end when she was close up rubbing my head. Unfortunately, it all happens to all of us, but she had very bad breath at the time, and it kind of killed the last end of it. You know what I mean?
So
nothing wrong with being honest.
So I'm looking at this review, okay, that I'm supposed to fill out, and a couple times during the massage, she was like moving me around at a fart. Yeah. And I was, I was trying to be polite and not do that. So I was like holding it in. Do you ever hold a fart in, where you don't fart? And then when she started breathing on me, I like said, why did I just fart? I should have farted. I mean, I was being considerate. She's not being considerate to me. Right? Right? Do you ever have to like squeeze your cheeks?
Here's a question. Here's a question, if I may. When is it appropriate if you're with somebody to fart?
I don't think it's ever appropriate.
Come on. Do you not?
Wow. I don't think
Great question, though, right?
It's an excellent question.
I mean, think about it.
You're in a car for a 4-hour ride, and you've been holding it and whatever, I mean, there's certain...
You just filled up with gas? Literally?
When do you think it's appropriate? At the 6-month mark, the 1-year mark, the 15-year mark?
Here's the irony.
You must fart when you're sleeping, right? I don't know. I'm asleep. But are you farting when you're sleeping?
Here's the answer. It's funny. We can, guys and girls, they meet and a couple of dates, 3-4 date in or whatever it is. All of a sudden, they're checking each other's bodies out in the cavities or whatever they're doing, and they can do all that.
But they can't fart.
Or burp.
I can burp. I would not fart in front of a woman.
No, I mean, obviously no one wants to. But
do you go to the bathroom in front of a woman? Like, do you pee?
No. But I mean, eventually, I'm really not that shy, so it doesn't bother me.
All right, but you're going to you're going to lift the lid, wheeze right in the toilet in front of a woman standing right there.
Oh, I do now. Yeah, sure.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. If they're in the bathroom, they just jump out of the shower.
And in your case, the Johnson's hitting the water.
It's deep. That water's a little too deep.
Well, when you sit down, that Johnson's hitting. You're president of the Johnson Club, right? That's what I heard. You're president.
No, it's
big
not
feet,
true.
big hands, big Johnson. That's what they say.
Yeah.
All right. My God, Richie, can you believe the show is almost over? I have like this.
We have such a good time.
I know.
We could talk for hours.
Right. Well, that's really funny. We prepare for 7 minutes for this show.
I know.
I think we got some really good reels this week.
Yeah.
I mean, these are some really funny things.
Yeah. No, and I'm glad everybody's following. Don't forget to follow.
Yeah. So this is a really good subject. Right. I have a friend, I'm guessing between the age 63, 65. Yeah. Wealthy guy. Not as wealthy as you, but close.
Yeah, okay.
All right. His wife has Parkinson's, dementia, everything. A good day for her is for her to blink.
Wow.
She's got
horrible.
She has round the clock care.
Yeah.
She is wheelchair bound. Can't eat, can't sit, can't hear, can't think, can't whatever. Oh. He's 65, wealthy guy.
Yeah.
Devoted to his wife his whole life.
Yep.
She's out. She's could live another 5 years like that.
Yeah.
It's not, she's not dying, but I don't even think she can converse with a guy. She doesn't know who her kids are, the whole deal.
The answer is yes.
Does this guy have the right
to
start dating while his wife's still alive?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. I do have this situation that has happened to somebody that I know. back in Boston. Almost exact, except for dementia.
Okay.
Woman had a stroke, basically a vegetable for years.
Right.
This guy was completely devoted to his wife. But you had
How many good years
you had
do
to
you
do
have left?
you had to do everything, and the state provided care and this and that to bathe, and you had to do everything. Okay, this guy had nothing going for him, retired, and except for taking care of it, but yes, he ended up having some sort of relations with another person who everybody knew the score. And even the kids said, I don't blame you. You have to have a life as well. So
Well, it's kind of weird.
That's a kind of odd, not normal situation.
The world's a couple world, right?
Yeah, sure.
So now, obviously, she can't go to any charities,
Sure.
can't do any functions. Now he's dating, Mary, and there's a big charity. All his friends are going. Does he go alone, or does he take Mary with his wife?
No, he doesn't take Mary. I mean, that one is, I would say no. There's a way to do it with discretion, and I think that should be done, even for the kids' sake or whatever. It's like you don't want to check out that much because it's not appropriate, in my opinion.
Well, it's a very touchy subject. How do you discuss it with your kids? They love
Honestly, openly, yeah.
They love their mom.
But they're also cognizant of the fact that their mom's a vegetable.
All right, so now the mom's a vegetable. You live in a big, beautiful 10,000 square foot house. She's in her area with the aides. She's not coming out of her area. She's not walking down the hall. Can you bring Mary, the new girlfriend, to the house?
Again, I would discuss that with the kids. You know what I mean?
I mean, these are all tricky
I don't
questions.
care if it was a 5,000 square foot house. It's just you need to. Yeah, I would say but I would discuss it with the kids. I just think that, especially if they're older, the kids. I mean, they're obviously illogical. And if what would you do in this situation?
What would I do in this situation? Well, the clock is ticking.
Yeah.
I'm 65 years old in the scenario. My birthday's next week, by the way.
Happy birthday,
Thank
cutie.
Thank you. Let's see. I'm 65 years old. I still have a little zip in me. I think I'd have to get permission from my kids.
Bingo. Agree with you.
The problem is my kids are all from different mothers.
Oh, you're on fire today. Look at you.
So I'm going to leave you with this story. I've been traveling the last 2 weeks. That's why we haven't done a show, folks. And Richie's been out of town. But I was in Washington, New York, Philadelphia, the Hamptons. I was all over the place. But one of the stops was I was in Philadelphia, and I had a dinner in New York in Manhattan with all my kids. 2 of them live there. So we went up to Manhattan. We went to the Ralph Lauren Polo Lounge. Okay. I recommend it to anybody. It was really very cool. Mm-hmm. They offer you
in the Hamptons?
No, it was in Manhattan.
Manhattan, okay.
But what's really nice is they offer you a 30-year payment plan to pay off the dinner there. I mean, it's like I've never seen. You know how much a martini is there?
You told me.
$50 for a martini.
Oh my God! What a rip. It's
like,
the rent.
I don't even know what it is, but my kids
and
were
it's
drinking.
a socialist country now.
My kids were drinking like crazy. It was like I'm watching them every time they order another drink. I'm going, ooh, ooh.
I know that feeling.
Right?
Oh yeah.
But so anyway,
do you love me or do you hate me? Do you have to get another
My
drink?
19-year-old is amazing on the phone. I can barely turn the friggin' phone on. He can make that phone dance and sing. He's like. So we're taking the Uber to the train station because we're hightailing it back to Philly at 12 midnight on a Saturday night, the night the Knicks win.
Oh, nice.
Okay?
Yeah.
So all the roads are blocked off, and he's on the phone, and the train's like in 9 minutes. He says, "Dad, we got to jump out of the Uber, and we gotta huff it to the train station." At that moment, the Knicks win. They're rioting in the streets. Yeah. They're turning cars over. And we're dashing to get to the train station. And I'm trying to...
You're like Spider-Man.
Yeah. And I went with my 19-year-old because I didn't want him... I wanted to stay in New York, but I didn't want him to come back to Philly alone. Okay. I needed to be with him. But the truth of the matter is he took care of me. I mean, I would never have made it without him. He was the guy that made it.
Right. Yeah,
but the toughest part about the journey back was there were riot cops everywhere. And the riot cops, many of them were on horses. and these horses were shitting all over the street. And you're running through the streets to get to the train station, and you feel underneath you're walking in all this manure. Oh, my God. So you had the choice to die and get stabbed by the rioters or walk in horse manure and throw your sneakers out when you got to the train station.
Yeah.
So obviously we walked through the horse manure, but it was crazy. I don't know if you've ever been in a riot before, but it was nuts.
No, I try to avoid those.
Yeah, no, I would avoid it because, everybody was so excited that the next one, but then there's a lot of bad characters out there breaking windows, turning cars over. They're just there, for the rioting. But anyway, congratulations, New York Knicks. That was a pretty cool win.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting.
I'm Boston.
I know, but you got to root for a team.
Of
when
course.
it comes to don't you root for a team or you don't even watch it?
No, I root for. Oh no, I was rooting for the Knicks because it's East Coast. Yeah.
Now, I watched the U.S. Open the other day. That Wyndham Clark won. First of all, I couldn't root for him because I don't like his name. I mean, these shallow things. Do you ever come across that? And he's ugly. And I'm like, I don't like this guy. Do you ever like...
Some people have pleasant, likable faces.
Yeah.
You know
You're like, I
people...
like that one. I don't like this guy.
Yeah.
I don't like Wyndham Clark. I feel like I'm staying in a Wyndham
like
hotel.
women, they have bitch face. You know what I mean? Do I like her? Kind of got a bitch face.
So I'm like watching this
kind of sexy, though.
And he was in the hunt all the way to the end. I'm like, boy, I hope he doesn't win. I don't like the name Wyndham Clark. I don't like the way he looks. I want the other guy. I like that Scotty Scheffler, but he didn't win.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, fun, hilarious show. Watch it. Push the follow button. We want another 110,000 reels this week.
Yeah, let's go. We're blowing up here.
Yeah, we're blowing up almost 1 million views.
Wow.
I mean, CNN only gets 200,000 views a day.
Wow.
And we're over them.
Wow.
That's pretty unbelievable.
You're very impressive.
What?
It must be you.
Not really, Richie. I think, prior to this, I only had 6 views with my other host.
Yeah.
The average show had 9 or 12 views, and then you come on and we have 1 million views.
No, it's got to be.
So I don't think it has anything to do with me.
You have great questions. You're very insightful. I think you have good. It's good banter. I think it's we have good chemistry.
Thank you.
I bet we could dance well together.
Well, I don't know if you have a girlfriend right now, but if I were to kiss you as a thank you, would that be considered cheating?
That'd be a
Would that be considered cheating?
Yeah, that would be that's fine.
All right, folks. Have a great week down here in Palm Beach, Boca Raton. It's a mild 103 degrees today, right?
Yeah.
So happy I have a convertible. It's like, you can't even put the top down. All right, folks. Have a great week.